In this video, we're going to look at my 5 favorite modulation effects in the Line 6 HX effects. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to get right into it today. I have 5 effects on the HX effects right here, and some go before the amp and some go after the amp, i.e. in the effects loop, and I'll show you how I do that. So if we go to the 3 lines right here and go to signal flow, we have a block that says effects loop 2. Now if I bypass that effects loop, it's essentially saying my guitar is going straight into the effects return because I am using the 4-cable method and I'm bypassing all the preamp sound, and that's not really what you want. So you need to have a block in the chain that tells the unit that you are using the 4-cable method. So therefore you can put some blocks before the effects loop, i.e. in the preamp section, and then some blocks after the effects loop, i.e. in the loop itself. So what I have here is a Ubiquitous Vibe, a script phase, and then a double take, which is kind of like a harmonizer, doubler kind of effect. Now I do like those kind of effects in the preamp section because it sticks out a little less in the mix and it kind of just blends a little bit better with the preamp sound, especially with the overdriven amp. And then the effects after the effects loop are the Dimension, which is a Dimension C based off of the Boss chorus pedal, and then a 60s Bias Trem. Now sometimes I use just a regular tremolo, but the Bias Trem has a little bit of a coloration to it that some people like and some people don't. So let's listen to what these sound like and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think, alright? So we should have everything assigned to a switch here. And the blocks that have a little column or a house next to it, those are the legacy effects. So the only ones that come from the legacy effects are the script phase and the Dimension, but that doesn't mean that the newer effects doesn't sound just as good as the legacy ones. Those are just the ones I chose. Alright, our first effect is the Ubiquitous Vibe, and it has the rate intensity mode, which switches between chorus and vibrato, lamp, mix, level, and that's all. Now the lamp is supposed to be the same kind of effect as the actual light filter that came in the Univibe. So let's start off with this all the way down. And let's turn the mix up a little bit more from where I had it. And let's just see how it responds at this setting here. Alright, so first of all, I noticed when I engage the effect, it actually drops in volume. So that's what the level parameter can do for you. It'll just bring up the overall volume of everything. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that up. And let's listen to it now. Bring up the intensity here. Alright, so just a very faint effect. Let's go ahead and bring up the lamp setting. Alright, the next effect is a classic orange pedal with one knob, and that is the script phase. So I'm sure you can already think of a lot of songs that this is used on. And this is a classic effect that I do like in the preamp section of the amplifier. So let's check this out on the clean channel first, and then we'll kick it on. Then we'll move over to the dirt channel on the Blue Guitar Amp 1. Let's turn down the speed. Alright, very cool. Let's turn on some overdrive. Alright, the next effect on the list is the double take. So this is very reminiscent of a harmonizer or a doubler. And if we look at the parameters here, we have the number of doubles that we can have from 1 all the way up to 4. We have a slop parameter, which I'm not quite sure what that is, sensitivity, dry level, and wet level. So let's start off with 1 double and keep the slop in the middle, sensitivity up, and let's listen to how this sounds. Alright, let's go to 4 doubles, see what that sounds like. And let's kick in some overdrive. Alright, cool. That sounds great. So let's move on to the effects I have in the effects loop. And the first one is going to be the dimension. And this is based off of the Boss Dimension C chorus pedal. So we have switch 1, switch 2, switch 3, switch 4. We have a mix and we have a level. So the level is there for if you kick it in and your volume actually drops a little bit, you can compensate for the drop in sound. So let's just see what happens. Here's our clean tone. Alright, that sounds pretty good as it is. Let's mess around with some of the switches here. Let's turn them all off. so that's a good chorus sound. And then the last one is a 60s Bias Tremolo. So there's a few different tremolos that we could work with, but the Bias Trem has a little bit of a modulation effect to it. So let's check that one out. Here it is with the clean sound. There's two different modes here. We have the tremolo mode and the vibrato mode. So let's put it on vibrato and see what that does. Alright guys, so those are my 5 favorite modulation effects on the Line 6 HX effects. Be sure to leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the types I've used. And if you want a free guide to my top 8 tone tips that you can use for any setup, whether it's real amps or digital effects, then go ahead and click the link down in the description and enter your email address and I'll send you that free PDF, alright? Thanks guys for watching. I'm Dr. McFarland. I will see you in the next video. Keep rocking.